Fair housing enforcement and professional resources, knowledge creates responsibility. Throughout this class, we've explored the history of fair housing, the evolution of the Realtor Code of Ethics, professional conduct, bias, and the importance of treating every consumer fairly. The next logical question is, what happens when someone believes fair housing laws have been violated? Fortunately, both federal and state laws provide several avenues for investigating complaints and protecting consumers from unlawful housing discrimination. The purpose of fair housing enforcement is not simply to punish violations. Its primary goal is to ensure equal housing opportunities for everyone and to educate housing providers, brokers, landlords, and consumers about their rights and responsibilities. Filing a fair housing complaint. One of the most common ways to report housing discrimination is by filing a complaint with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. A complaint may generally be filed online, by mail, by telephone, or through a local HUD office. There is no filing fee. Individuals are not required to hire an attorney to begin the complaint process. Once a complaint is received, HUD evaluates the allegations, conducts an investigation when appropriate, and attempts to resolve the matter through conciliation or other legal remedies authorized by the Fair Housing Act. Arizona enforcement. Arizona also has laws prohibiting housing discrimination. The Arizona Attorney General's Civil Rights Division is responsible for enforcing the Arizona Fair Housing Act and works cooperatively with HUD in investigating fair housing complaints. If the complaint involves the conduct of a licensed real estate professional, the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, may also investigate whether the licensee violated Arizona license law, the commissioner's standards, or other professional obligations. Depending upon the circumstances, more than one agency may become involved. Private legal action. Individuals who believe they have experienced housing discrimination may also choose to hire private legal counsel and file a civil lawsuit seeking damages or other legal remedies. This option allows the courts to determine whether discrimination occurred, and if appropriate, award relief to the injured party. Professional ethics complaints. If the individual accused of discrimination is a realtor, an ethics complaint may also be filed with the appropriate local realtor association, alleging a violation of the Realtor Code of Ethics. Ethics complaints are separate from fair housing investigations. A realtor could face a fair housing complaint, an ADRE investigation, a realtor ethics complaint, or all three at the same time. Each process serves a different purpose and follows its own procedures. Education is one of the best forms of prevention. One of the best ways to prevent fair housing violations is through continuing education. The National Association of Realtors offers several outstanding educational programs designed to help real estate professionals improve their understanding of fair housing and cultural awareness. Some of the most widely recognized programs include At Home with Diversity, a comprehensive course designed to help real estate professionals better understand today's increasingly diverse housing market while improving communication and cultural awareness. Fairhaven, an interactive online simulation that allows realtors to practice responding to realistic fair housing situations and receive immediate feedback. Commitment to Excellence, C2EX, an educational program encouraging realtors to exceed the minimum standards of professionalism in ethics, advocacy, fair housing, technology, and client service. Bias Override, Overcoming Barriers to Fair Housing, an educational program designed to help real estate professionals recognize implicit bias and develop practical strategies for reducing its influence during real estate transactions. In addition to these programs, numerous books, webinars, articles, and state-sponsored educational opportunities are available to help licensees remain current with fair housing requirements. Learning should never stop. Real-world broker scenario. A buyer believes they were denied the opportunity to purchase a home because of their national origin. What should they do? The answer depends upon the circumstances. They may file a fair housing complaint with HUD or the Arizona Attorney General's Civil Rights Division. If a licensed Arizona real estate professional was involved, they may also submit a complaint to ADRE. If the individual is a realtor, an ethics complaint may also be appropriate. Each of these options serves a different purpose, and more than one may be available at the same time. Why this matters. Every fair housing complaint affects more than the individuals involved. It can impact consumers, brokerages, communities, the real estate profession, and public confidence in our industry. Fortunately, the overwhelming majority of Arizona real estate professionals strive to serve every consumer fairly, honestly, and professionally. By understanding fair housing laws, following the Realtor Code of Ethics, and continually improving our knowledge, we help create a housing market where everyone has the opportunity to achieve the dream of homeownership. That is ultimately what fair housing is all about. Broker tip: if you're ever uncertain whether a situation may involve a fair housing issue, don't guess. Contact your designated broker immediately. Many fair housing complaints can be prevented simply by asking questions before taking action. Online discussion question: why are there multiple agencies involved in enforcing fair housing laws? Different agencies have different responsibilities. HUD and the Arizona Attorney General enforce fair housing laws. ADRE oversees license law and professional conduct, and realtor associations handle ethics complaints involving their members. Question: why is continuing education one of the best ways to prevent fair housing violations? Answer: laws, regulations, and industry practices continue to evolve. Ongoing education helps licensees recognize potential risks, improve decision making, and provide equal professional service. Question: why should a licensee contact their designated broker when a fair housing concern arises? Answer: early guidance can prevent misunderstandings, ensure compliance with fair housing laws, and reduce the likelihood of complaints or disciplinary action.